Good day, everybody. This is Ying Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1347. I am here with Marcus Aurelius today. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor that lived in the 2nd century, and he was a Stoic. The people model his behavior and what he says because he was very, very wise, and he told people how to live in such a way that their spirits would be calm. And let's just start with this. Book 10, uh, number 3. Book 10, number 3. Here you go. Everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. If it's unendurable, then stop complaining. Your destruction will mean its end as well. Just remember, you can endure anything your mind can make endurable by treating it as in your interest to do so. Now, I know about enduring something. I will tell you my story about how at one point I had a car that was worth about $1,000. It had a few bumps and bruises on it that came with it, and it was a Buick, and I slept in it. And then I went to a shelter. And this little Buick probably cost me only like $12 a month to sleep in because of its cost and the way I did things. The radiator was leaking all the time. So fixing the radiator would have been more than what the car cost. So I carried a gallon of water, 2 gallons of water in my back seat on the floor. And I had 3 more, and then I had 2 more. So I had 7 gallons of water. And while I was carrying it, I had to endure carrying it. And I'm 5'4" almost now. And it is not easy to open the lid of a Buick. It's this color, as a matter of fact. And then open the reservoir, and I would pour in the gallon, and hopefully the reservoir was gonna keep it there. And I would pour in 2 per day. 2 per day. I drove 30 miles one way to work and 30 miles back to the shelter. And I would have the gallon one way and then another gallon the other way. So, enduring something like that, in my mind at that time, I would still say, I am a rules woman. I would do the rules. I am a virtuous person. I will not do anything unvirtuous. And I am in poor health. So I went to see doctors, and they eventually back and forth for about a year. And finally, I wound up with a surgery at one point. And then they found an organ that was like not in its best shape. And I said, no, I'm keeping it, and I'm gonna nurse it back to health. So enduring something is something you can't complain about. Cannot, cannot, cannot. Number 4, if they have made a mistake, correct them gently and show them where they went wrong. If you can't do that, then the blame lies with you or no one, as a matter of fact. Isn't that crazy? That's really crazy. It becomes like people would talk about relationships and have all kinds of problems and want to say, oh, it's their fault, his fault, her fault, his fault, her fault. But as a matter of fact, what Marcus Aurelius is saying is you tell them where they went wrong. If you can't do that, then the blame lies with you. So when you tell them where they went wrong, then it's up to them to change it or not, or compensate or compromise. You have relationships between people, and energy is relational. You have people interacting with you. So here we go. That was a lot today, and I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a rules day. I have a friend coming up here. Come on up. Come on up. Can you come up? She can't come up because she knows she'll scratch me. It's too high. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Old Kinderhook. Bye-bye.